Hey, it's you. Come on in and join us.
We have a terrifyingly cold soap today from Lockhart's Authentic and Barrister and Mann.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. Eric and Diana are in there. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about the EDPs that they have over at Lockhart's Grooming. They even just dropped 2 more. Go check them out. But the first one we got was Fire and Brimstone. And I reach for this not just for the Halloween season, all year long, my friends.
It's a layering machine, and you just need to add a little darkness, a little smoke, a little sulfur. That's right. And kind of the opposite, this Toxic Avenger EDP we got more recently, which smells a little bit like an homage to Aventus, but wait for it, mashed up with an homage to Creed's Virgin Island water. I would never have guessed these two would go together that well. So y'all, when we first got into this game, we heard that there had been some menthol wars that had gone on in years previous. Who could make the coldest soap and who could endure it the best? And one of the champions from that era has been resurrected from Lockhart's Authentic with a little help from Barrister and Mann. Let's meet it. And from the sales page at Lockhart'sAuthentic.com, it begins with a list of the top 5 reasons to brave the terror. 1, it's the coldest shave of your life.
2, Arctic-inspired scent.
3, a premium barber quality shave.
4, handcrafted and limited release run.
5, now colder than ever.
There is a place that hungers for the warmth of living things, that consumes all who come near, a bitter, empty wasteland, a yawning chasm at the top of the world. Such places are not meant for men.
The HMS Terror, along with all 120... Is this a real story?
I think so.
The HMS Terror, along with all 129 souls it carried, was lost to the Arctic in 1848, consumed by the endless, empty hunger of the ice. A veteran of the War of 1812 was retrofitted for the Arctic exploration, and Terror and its sister ship, the HMS Erebus, were swallowed by the frigid waters their crews left to make their way for 600 miles in an attempt to escape the same fate.
But the creeping, bone-shattering cold of the Arctic does not abide weakness, nor does it have any regard for strength of spirit and stoutness of character. It knows only hunger and devours without restraint. None survived.
I think you might be doing the how it shaves on this. Inspired by the grisly legend of the Terror and the Erebus, our Terror shaving soap gives new meaning to bitter cold. We blended frankincense, the smell of the ship's timbers, with the very essence of cold water to bring to mind the empty wastes of the Arctic Circle, and have incorporated our custom blend of cooling agents to bring an insidious, endless chill to the experience. Tearless and stingless, unlike its mentholated cousin Arctique, Terror is a ghastly revelation, a glimpse into the abyss.
Heaven help us if it ever glimpses back.
The scent. Terror smells like the Arctic itself, with top notes of sea spray, crushed ice and cold ozone, middle notes of frankincense, weathered oak, timber, salted ocean air, and bottom notes of cocoa butter, warmth, resin, and faint smoke.
The Freeze, our custom menthol blend, creates a spreading cold that deepens for 10 to 15 minutes.
Texan Shays, Barry Bedford has the original. He can still sense it after 24 hours. Who this is for? Menthol enthusiasts who think other products are too mild, so that's why Doug Lane's picture's right there.
Hot climate shavers who need serious cooling relief.
Wet shavers who want a unique, unforgettable shaving experience.
Anyone brave enough to handle the coldest shave soap on the market. I don't know how we got on this list, but some of those are supposed to be us.
I was craving menthol this week and went crawling to cold spices. Y'all, it was almost not cold enough, almost. Warning, seriously cold. Start with less product if you're new to high menthol shave soaps. Keep away from your eyes. We're going to repeat that. Keep that away from your eyes. It's going to do nasty things.
Especially where other menthols you usually can smell and it makes your eyes water. It sounds like this is a different type of menthol, so that's extra dangerous.
The synthetic menthol from Shell. Yeah, it's not going to have the same kind of odor at all. No warning signs. So y'all, Lockhart's, Barrister and Mann, menthol, novelty, Menthol Wars? How could we say no to this? We hit purchase immediately. Let's open the box. This is a little bit bigger and heavier than just one set. I wonder if Steve and Ron
I
and
thought
Noah
you got 2 sets
might
because it
have
seemed
put
heavy.
something extra in here. Let's see. Oh, I already see a note and some artwork. It says, thanks for being a Rockstar customer, Marcus. Enjoy your gifts from Noah. Thanks, y'all. We're pretty sure Noah is the one that does the amazing original artwork on some of y'all's boxes. Oh, there are definitely
What happened?
some things in here. Hold on. I don't even know what this could be.
That doesn't look like a slasher. Oh, it might. The new EDP.
Oh, yeah! This is the new EDP trash number 245. I was reading about this, the lab leaks.
Oh, man.
Y'all, from the sales page at Lockhart's Authentic, if you love YSL, Versace Eros, Flame, or Dior Fahrenheit, you'll love this.
Ooh-wee.
Why don't we do a little movie magic, come back at the end right now and smell this. Oh, y'all, you are in for a treat. That is an incredible soap. But now it is time to try this new EDP that they have sent us out for free to review. Thanks, you guys.
Oh, fancy.
Look at this bottle. Trash, of course.
This is a bigger one. Oh, it's 100 milliliters.
That's very
Wowie.
generous, y'all. And that's a lovely price for 3.4 ounces of this.
Yeah. Okay, trash number 245. Here are the scent notes. Top notes of bergamot, mandarin, aldehydes, heart notes, black pepper, rosemary, incense, base notes, vanilla, tobacco leaf, amber woods, and musk. Those all kind of sound up my alley. I think we should just put this on. We don't need to spray.
I'm fine here. You can go first.
Okay.
I'm excited. Tobacco leaf, amber woods.
Might get on Lady, but I don't think she'll mind.
I love Versace Eros Flame. Y'all, Miami Nights, HC&C, love that.
Oh, I am liking this.
Oh, the spicy woods that meet you at the door on this are incredible. And then it goes up a little bit for the top notes, and then it dives back down and lives in the heart notes and the base notes. Y'all, I'm even getting the tobacco against the vanilla in the middle of this. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't even sense the top notes. I'm starting at the base.
I think the aldehydes are really working some magic in here. Like, that's going into the incense, and then something's getting sweeter. It must be the citruses into the rosemary, the vanilla, and I'm with you, the tobacco leaf here. It adds a fun spice that I wasn't expecting.
It instantly drops you into these phenomenal base notes. Warm, cozy, and then something in the citrus is like an elevator that just brings you all the way back up to the top, drops you amongst the aldehydes, and lets you start that descension again. And that second time through is where I found the rosemary up against the black pepper. And those two are not as far as you think they are.
I really would call this more of a unisex, but there's something in here that's leaning a little more feminine to me. So I know there's a chick on the cover. I don't know if that's on purpose, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say the other way. I was going to say this is more masculine than feminine, but it is kind of unisex down the middle. Hey, different noses. There you go.
I think they dropped this at the LA Comic-Con because it's officially licensed at Return of the Living Dead. And I gotta say, this doesn't smell like there's anything dead in there. It's very much alive.
George Romero's Night of the Living Dead was one of the very first horror movies my dad showed me. Actually, he told me to go watch it, but it was amazing. I don't know if I've seen Return of the Living Dead.
Maybe
Maybe
we have
some homework for the Christmas season.
Yeah, we did go watch some of the whole Troxy ones, but now we have some
did.
Return of the Living Dead.
And y'all, this is one half of the Lab Leaks EDPs going on at Lockhart's Authentic right now. The other one is called 245 Troxin. Its set notes are
Bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper, lavender, green herbs, orange blossom, cedarwood, tobacco leaf, and amber. So some of these are a little similar. A
Not
his and hers, maybe?
totally unrelated, maybe layerable. And now we take you back to your regularly scheduled Barbershop Duet episode. And we're back to the beginning of the episode. Y'all, it looks like they might have put an extra soap
that's true.
in here. Let's see what they gave us. This
it?
this is one that we have already, so we're going to do a giveaway for y'all. This is their anti-gravity soap, and stay tuned for messages. We're going to let you know how we'll be giving this away. Thank you, Stephen, Ron, and Noah. And here is the soap that I bought. This is the terrifying one. Look at this label. It is reminiscent
look at that
of the
blue.
original, but it's got the goon on there and the Lockhart's label. Now, I was talking to Doug Lane and Barry Bedford, and I was like, do we need the splash? And they were like, do you want to experience life as it was meant to be experienced? I appreciate the wrapper in case any of this stuff got loose.
Ooh, it looks like it kind of has like a pinky hue to it.
Look, there's stuff in
Oh,
there.
there's the ice. The icebergs are in there, y'all.
Yo.
Watch out.
Yo, look at that. There's goodness going on in there.
Ooh.
All right, Nanook, grab your snowshoes and your puffy coat. We're heading north for a first impression. All right, my love, take it in. Let me know
I'm
how
going
cold
first.
it gets. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not brave enough.
At least I have Lenny on my lap to keep me warm
There.
while I take a whiff here.
For a coat.
There you go. Yeah, she's helping.
Hi.
Although she might love this. If you can smell the menthol, she loves anything with a little minty in it.
Very
happening.
true.
Going in.
North
Here's
American
the
menthol.
pour.
Right.
Oh, I already got a whiff. Watch.
Oh, okay. Take it in. I will keep my nose closed from the inside.
There are more things happening besides just a menthol thing, and it's different because it is more the synthetic. It's not like when you normally can smell the menthol before you barely even open it, like Vicks or something like that. It's differently. It becomes part of the scent notes. I was getting more of like an herb, like a minty herb kind of thing, and I'm remembering it said frankincense because there is a spice in here that's not dark, but it's just different than I'm used to, and I think that's what was starting my whiff. Hold on.
Timbers of the boat.
Yeah, that's fun to have in here because it adds, like, I really do feel like I'm on a ship from the 1800s. Like, there's just something back in time about this. Not dirty or anything, but just a different type of wood that has aged in a fun way. And it's coming across in here in just the right intensity.
Remember the frozen ship in Frankenstein? That's what she's making me think of right now.
It really feels like I just stepped outside and there's snow outside. And the cold that hits your nose and your lungs, it feels more like that than like actual menthol.
Right.
So you can breathe it in and not feel like you're like maxing out, like, you know, when it's real menthol. This one just stays cold in your lungs.
I was going to say, one of the scent notes is cold air. And I'm like, how's he do that? But you're actually getting it.
Yes. I think it even mentioned like an ocean air. Let me see if I can get to that part.
Wait, hold on. Let's take a quick little glance back at these scent notes. Crushed ice. Sea spray and salted ocean air. Are you kidding? I love it when it's whimsical scent notes where you're like, I'm not even sure how you would build that.
Well, I was getting fresh snow because that's at least somewhere I have been. I have not been to the Arctic or somewhere where, you know, there's glaciers everywhere. So maybe if you've been there, that's what you're going to get first. But I definitely got like cold, wet, snow, see your breath kind of temperature.
My friend Gene, hey, Gene worked on the movie Interstellar. He was on a glacier for months.
I feel like I really did get an image of shaved ice. I don't know if it's because you had just read it, but it's different than like actual snow. Like if someone's a big skier or snowboarder, they talk about powder differently than like snow that has the ice kind of under it. Right. And they do have different textures, and I swear they have different kind of smells somehow.
I was having a conversation with Fran from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements at the very beginning of our journey. We were talking about menthol of all things, and she said, you know, to me, even water has a scent if you think about it. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
It really does. And depending on where you live, crushed ice even kind of has that faint wisp, my apologies, of chlorine kind of from the water itself, from the municipality. Is a little bit of that in there?
I think that's what I'm getting. Like, but it's not just a scent that's there. It's like one of those ones that's a scent that has movement to it.
Right.
Like that you can get, like, I feel like the wind is blowing or something that's making that stay alive in the whiff where normally you wouldn't notice that scent, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Those are my favorites to capture in shaving soaps. Ones that you didn't know you knew, you know?
Okay, it's not gourmandy, but the cocoa butter is at the end of my whiff. I didn't know I could tell the difference.
Right.
But I'm telling you, there's something at the end. Not that it makes it warm, but it just has a different balming kind of a feel. Sure. Almost like how sandalwood is creamy. It kind of comes off like something like that. Whoa. But like with a little bit of like a creamy into a green herb, I think is my final send-off. I love that there's other things going on in this scent. It is not just a giant menthol bomb that's going to hit you in the face. There are other scents in here. So when you're shaving, I feel like you're going to get more of those scents at the beginning because it's talking about like 10 to 15 minutes later is when the menthol really kicks in. So I think this starts off as a fun shave and then it really gets a little more intense and terrifying. So we can't experience soaps like this walking down an aisle and just taking whiffs of things. But I do feel like if I picked this up off a shelf and I took a whiff of it, I would reach to shave with it, not knowing that it had all of the menthol waiting for me, but the scent alone does have something super wintry and fun and kind of nostalgic to me somehow. Like, I feel like if you walk out of a cabin that you're hanging out with and there's not many cabins around, there's just something kind of empty and desolate out there, like kind of like they were talking about being stuck in those ships out in the middle of the Arctic. But something about that's coming through. Like, you could hear a pin drop. Like, there's just that different silence when there's snow around, like not even the wind. Like there is no wind necessarily. It's just that quiet chill.
I need to know what this is doing. I was just assuming, too, this is going to be a big old menthol bomb.
No.
We've got a couple of those, or like a Vicks Vapor Rub kind of a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
This is different. There's
a lot of scent notes, yeah.
All right, taking it in. Here we go. Oh, that's really cool. Y'all, it starts by climbing up the menthol ladder with which you are already very familiar. But once you get 2 or 3 rungs up, it stops. I'm used to that ladder being 8 rungs tall and getting all the way to the top of that mountain. But here, it arrests it right before it starts to sort of cool your nose. And it dives into other things instead. The frankincense and that squinchy, almost lemony sort of floor cleaner part of frankincense is in there a little bit for me. In the best of ways, it smells like a clean ship at sea. Hold on. The ice is being done with some kind of heart of a lemony citrus for me. Coming in, giving that vitamin C blast over everything. I love this. Hold on.
More that aquatic-y kind of a almost thing.
Yes, but not a traditional aquatic for me by any stretch of the imagination. Just that lemony, citrusy sense in here giving me that burst of cold air off the water.
Yeah, nothing sweet.
No. Right. Tart.
Yes.
But not sweet. And the way the frankincense and the lemon are bouncing back and forth is incredible. Just giving me that sense of a beautiful, clean, crisp, white landscape. And you know what's funny? Sometimes scents are like keys. As soon as you open the door, there's a slide. And if you can find the right key, it takes you down into the bass notes. With this, as soon as I really grabbed on to the chill of the lemon, I was able to follow it down into something that kept getting sweeter and sweeter and then warmer. And I went, wait a minute. I forgot what they were, but the bass notes were warm. They were resinous. They're super light in here. It's not like a landing pad for your nose, but they're there to let you know that your ship may not be entirely stranded. Something minty from the menthol, but it is geniusly being met by something else minty. And I think that's why I only got up to the 3rd step on that menthol ladder before it turned back around and put me back on the ground. I think there's something minty in here that's not cold, so your nose can follow that down into the depths.
It's not anything minty that would be in toothpaste or mouthwash or things that you would associate mint with. It's not that.
Much more bracing. It's almost like the heart of the cold in an Altoid without being peppermint. Kind of a thing. And then last thing, I love the aquatic scents in here because it's not being done with sweet. Aqua de Boracay and some of those other iconic aquatics are really done by the sweets and the herbs in the middle of it. This is not done with the sweets. It's done with the tarts that happen to have a bit of sweet inside them. And yet, definitively at sea. So this is like not the Mediterranean. This is not the Bahamas. This is the Arctic.
Is there a little Titanic hiding in there?
I was just thinking about opening this and having a little jewel fall out. Well, y'all, before you pitch me off the edge of your floating door, I think we better take this down a little bit deeper and build a lather. All right, back to the sales page at Lockhart'sAuthentic.com. We start with top notes of
sea spray, crushed ice, and cold ozone.
I love adjectives with scent notes. And you know why cold ozone makes a lot of sense to me? Generally, where I sense ozone is standing next to a giant Office Rico copy machine, but it has a warm sense to it. It's electric.
Yeah.
Not here. It's been given a cold sense. And that's where the aquatic is starting for me, is in the ozone.
Whatever the balance is of those three, create a wonderful way to enter into the whiff of this scent.
And I love that crushed ice and sea spray are separate scent notes. I don't know. I think it's being done with musks and citruses, the sea spray and the crushed ice. And then mid notes, frankincense. I think the only really recognizable scent in this for me.
But then look at what comes next. Weathered oak timber. So I think my brain was making the frankincense into more of a wood scent. I didn't realize that there was actually oak timber.
Right. I thought the frankincense was standing in for the timber, but it's a separate. No. Now you've got your oak extract over there from Perfumer's Apprentice. Do you sense a little bit of that in here?
Not too much. I almost think the frankincense is almost a little bit louder, or they're blended exactly so that they're almost becoming one thing together.
Right.
Oh, but then we also have salted ocean air added in there.
Will and I were talking about this one perfuming molecule that smells exactly like corn until you dilute it down to 1% and it smells like sea salt. I wonder if that's what's in here because we have some already.
We might have to experiment.
I'm going to say. And then here's where the mysteries and wonders lie for me below decks of this ship. Cocoa butter, warmth. Did you think you'd see warmth in the scent notes? Resin and faint smoke. You did sense the cocoa butter. How are you sensing it as warm?
Let me dive in here. I don't know if it's warm. I think it just balances out the iciness from everything else.
It's just not totally frozen.
Exactly. I think that's the difference.
It's all about perspective.
But then the faint smoke. Let me see if I can get that. Because I think the resin I just was getting is like a white color. Like it was just adding into the icy kind of chill zone.
Right.
But let me see about this faint smoke action.
I almost get the resin as a little bit of an ambery sense in there. And then the smoke is there for me.
Okay, I do get the resin. It does come off as like a talky powdery kind of a vibe almost. Not barbershop or anything like that, but just something a little cleaner that you can actually smell. The faint smoke, it's not as dark as I think my brain would want it, but I think it's just because the menthol next to it, again, is just lightening it a little bit more. It's the very, very echo at the end.
They used to clean ships by lighting fires inside of them with juniper smoke.
Right.
Like that's how they would refresh it. So that's cool. I wonder if you're getting a little bit of the sense of smoke that has been absorbed by the timbers.
That's crazy that they called the original boat the Terror.
That's what we called my sister. All right, y'all. This is the base from Barrister and Mann, recreated by Lockhart. And oh, there's a bit of a bite back here to my stick. This going in my Commander bowl from Captain's Choice. I thought it was a perfect bowl for today's soap going out to sea.
Ooh, watch your fingers. You're touching the menthol.
I know. Should have gotten rubber gloves for this, maybe.
Too late now.
Don't itch your eyes. Don't itch your eyes.
Don't
Don't itch
touch your
your eyes.
face,
Don't itch your
don't.
eyes. It's like on Hot Ones with Sean Evans.
Yeah, don't touch your eyes.
And this is my Phantom Aerolite, my iceberg brush. There we go from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I'm just going to go one way and then the other. Start loading that thin layer of soap up onto the bristles. I do not want to build a lather yet. I just want to move the soap onto the brush. And then from there, I'm going to build the lather.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all. This is something you only see on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Terror or Erebus whiff. On 3, 1, 2. This makes me
happening?
see glaciers, not snow, icebergs.
I think we're just stalling now. We don't want to put this on our face. We're stalling.
Here's what we're going to do. The sales page says that you get the full brunt of the menthol after about 15 minutes. So I have volunteered to put this on my face and to give it 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens. We're going to speed up the camera here. We'll put a clock down there in the corner. I'm going to wet my face first. Give a little landing pad
Woo, you are
to the
brave.
soap. All right.
I'll try the EDP later. You can try this.
Things I do for y'all. All right, here we go. Experiencing a little terror
Ready, Laney?
for myself.
It's gonna get. It's not gonna hit you right away. It'll hit you later. That's the thing.
It will.
And I've heard it's usually the second pass when you're working with menthol that really is what hits hard. Because after you shave it off,
I
you know.
feel some stuff happening. Okay, here we go.
Start the timer.
Why am I smiling? Y'all, this hits the sweet spot. It's cold for sure. For sure. But I have some soaps that are so overloaded with menthol that I actually have to speed up my shave because I can tell that there's going to come a point where it's going to get too much, and it does. This is perfect. The synthetic menthol is a slow burn. It doesn't clock you over the head like regular menthol does. And then it starts ascending. And just about the point where you think it's going to get too much, the amount they put in here subsides. So you are standing on a frozen boat in the middle of the Arctic, but you can endure it. It feels amazing. I don't want this to get any warmer, but I don't want it to get any colder. And this is where it's staying. But the real trouble might be when we encounter the splash. Why don't we take this down just a little bit deeper? All right, y'all. I am excited to try this. Oh, and there is a little plug in the aftershave, and it makes a little sound. when you pull it out. That's cool.
Just careful, it comes out fast.
I know. So I'm just going to put like 1 or 2 drops. I'm going to be real. Oh, that was way too much. All right, here we go.
That on top of the shave.
Okay. Oh, good morning. Oh, hi.
Yeah?
Okay, hold on. Let's see how high it
different.
goes. Okay, it's starting to get real cold in here. Hold on.
Okay.
I didn't put on that much. Okay. There we go. All right.
Even spread. Now we're good. Oh, she smells it now.
Well, it's more pepperminty. For me. That's why
okay.
she's waking up. Yeah, you don't want this, though. Trust me.
So if you had to put this in like the glacial lineup from Sterling, that's their max.
Right.
Where would this go?
Well, again, that's regular menthol. That
see.
comes out of the
Just
box
different.
harder. It punches harder. This is a bit more of a slow burn as it comes on. Not quite as intense, I would say, as the glacial line from Sterling, but it's in a slightly different way. Menthol feels like icy water. This feels like liquid nitrogen looks when it gets all smoky in the hair.
So maybe more the other ones, the menthol hits harder, it's kind of a quicker hit, and it doesn't last as long. This one might be a slow and steady kind of a burn that just stays with you longer.
That's it. It's lasting a long time, yeah. But we'll know better when we take this out for a walk in a few minutes and really test this warm, sunny day. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be stuck on a ship at sea, frozen in the ice, attempting to escape your creature. But just as you see that silhouette beginning to make its way towards you from the horizon, you're going to realize that one day soon, you are going to get your own. So head over to lockhartsauthentic.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave. Y'all with Terror from Lockhart's and Barrister and Mann. Listen, the benefits of synthetic menthol over the original stuff is thus. 1, it comes on more gentle. 2, it lasts way longer. And 3, I don't know how I didn't mention this in the episode, it doesn't get in your eyes. It doesn't burn your eyes or have those fumes the way natural menthol does. Remember I used to sing, menthol in my eyes, and I couldn't open them? Does not do that. Second thing about this experience, it's not just a menthol bomb scent. I mean, sure, that's the spine of it. Of course, it's going to smell super cold, but there's so much going on in the nooks and crannies with a warm, resinous base. Are you kidding me? And then all of that wrapped up in what I have proclaimed to be my favorite base in the wet shaping world, Wills from Barrister and Mann. Thank you, Lockharts. We will be back, and we're going to enjoy this Arctic cruise over and over.
Welcome to Messages.
So y'all, since we already reviewed Anti-Gravity and Lockhart's Authentic sent us one for free, we're going to give it away to one of y'all right now. If you are in the chat of the live premiere of this episode right now, hanging out with the Whiff Pack, here is your trivia question. The first one to type in the answer correctly will win this soap sent out to you, CONUS only, courtesy of Lockhart's Authentic and the Barbershop Duet. The trivia question is this. In what year did Mary Shelley first publish her novel Frankenstein? I love that Will didn't just create a menthol bomb. This is a nuanced, sophisticated scent that takes me away.
I do really enjoy the scent notes in this. Like a lot of the other ones we have aren't meant to be a winter scent necessarily that have the menthol. It's just kind of added in there or part of the scent. Somehow the way it's working in here is really helping the other scent notes have their moment to shine. And we definitely know for sure it is freezing cold outside.
And I love that this is taking me up to my threshold of how much menthol I can take, but it's not going past it. So I can just sort of sit here and enjoy the view, if that makes
It
sense.
sounds like I might actually be able to use this one. So I'll be brave and maybe I can join in for the How It Shaves checks and let you know how I survive.
Steve, Ron, Noah at Lockhart's, thank you so much for our free goodies and our brand new EDP to add to our collection. Y'all, you just keep blowing our skirts up so far, it's getting cold in here.
It is. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell colder just watching this.